Yeah, the moral of the story right now is Vicky is spurging out like a nut job, and she is bringing along a bunch of people with her, and they're aligning with War Campaign because War Campaign is desperate.
No,
they have no friends.
What
was campaign? So
Yeah,
was
sorry.
campaign.
Okay, a long time ago, Johnny Midnight said to me, he said, one day everyone will unite against Testify.
Yes. And that's what's happening. So War Campaign's desperate and has nothing going for them. Vicky is desperate, and she's out of drama topics for her streams. Nobody's watching them anymore. They're not interesting anymore.
That's why they're doing fandom reject topics. So.
They were talking about us for a second, and they found that didn't fly very well with Comicsgate.
Correct. I literally, if you go watch that pod show, it was literally a complete anti-CG show.
I'm okay. I'm really concerned. You guys sound upset. I don't know what's going on.
The whole thing, Ethan, is I was just unaware that Vicky and War Campaign were now working together, and Testy and John were filling me in on the whole debacle.
Yeah, they were very mad in Nasser's chat yesterday. I was like, wow, guys.
Wait, what is this? Vicky what? Who?
Vickyverse and War Campaign are working together.
Victoria C. Kundert.
They're working together for what?
To go after Testy, funny enough.
Posting up War Campaign's links and trying to shill their books. So, whatever.
Well, it's not working.
The problem with Vicky is she engages in guilt by association nonsense. You have to denounce someone she doesn't like publicly, or you're against her. And
I don't agree with any of this about Vicky. I have not seen Vicky do that. She's got her own agenda. I don't think it's ever about guilt by association. I think she just kind of goes, I like this dude, I don't like this dude, and she just kind of does her own thing. She doesn't like me either, but I don't think it's because of who I hang out with. It's just she doesn't like the cut.
Black Mercury, thank you for the $2. Not Little Hayseed. I don't know.
Speaking of Little Hayseed, can you share?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Vicky.
Yes, Dean. I know. I interrupted you again. It's my job.
It's okay. Remember your breathing exercises, Dean.
Just breathe deep. It'll be okay.
Yeah. So we have a wonderful stream today. The return of the incredible Sulk. Everybody's favorite, surprisingly not canceled NBC show. However, it has lost major funding. We'll get into that later. But John Delarose.
Good old John.
Cry baby John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been one of those kind of weeks.
It has.
It has.
Yeah. Why don't you fill everybody in, Vicky?
Oh, well, goodness gracious. So it started off with one simple little tweet. And then the next thing you know, it's just endless. I'm waking up in the morning, notifications up the wazoo, all from frickin' JDA, right? He keeps tagging me in tweets and complaining that I haven't disengaged while he's still tagging me in tweets.
Yeah.
Lying through his freaking teeth on every stream he could possibly get on. I tuned into Critical Blast earlier today, and as soon as the stream came up, there was JDA lying about me. I'm the mastermind, everybody. I am the woman behind Ethan Van Sciver, I suppose.
Oh no, that's his wife. That's
know.
fucked up.
I'm gonna knock that woman out of the way. I
disavow. But there was some other things that we were gonna talk about. First, our good friend Smeagpig,
friend of the channel. I hate that. Is so weird. Friend of the channel.
Friend of the channel. The channel's not a person. It doesn't have friends. In fact, it hates most of you.
Yeah. Dean hates most of you. So
I am the channel, motherfucker. Yeah. But yeah, no, Smugpug, he did a stream that was I guess, considered a little controversial. I don't think it was, but
I don't think it. I don't think it was, only in that you know, in the Comicsgate space. Even though I don't know that Smug would consider himself a Comicsgate channel, despite
he
the fact
doesn't.
that it's Comicsgate personalities that currently inhabit it. You know, having people on that aren't, you know, Comicsgate and haven't proven their bona fides, you know, is an anathema to CG streamers. They're
It's an
scared.
enema.
Anathema. They're
They
scared to
put it
do
up the
it.
butt.
No, Dean, fuck you. They are scared to death of being labeled anti-CG by having people on that aren't Comicsgate. We don't care, right? Like, I don't care. I've had plenty of non-CG creators on my channel to talk about their books and their projects and themselves. But a lot of CG really does. And so when Smug had people like Pan and Mike S. Miller and Doug TeNapel,
Yeah.
that was, considered, I guess, like edgy somehow. I don't know.
I think the real problem was Mike S. Miller, personally. But
Oh my goodness. Him and Doug
everything he
TeNapel.
touches turns to shit. Like I said, I tried to warn that stream before I left. Before Mike S. Miller came on, everything he touches turns to shit. It was clearly his fault, all of it.
All of it. Why don't you go ahead and play the clip and then we can talk about it some more.
It might be a total complete and utter shit show, or it might be pretty fun. Who knows? First, though, we're going to be looking at Creator Go. So this is Creator Go. It's a part of the Comicsgate.org website. It tracks a lot of Comicsgate campaigns and friendlies. And it's a really interesting site and resource. I only found out about it several months ago. And it's probably a good thing. So here you can see all campaigns. There's been 314 Comicsgate campaigns from 2020 to 2021, because this site was only made last year, so a lot of the data doesn't go back to 2019 or 2018. And Comicsgate has raised over $11 million, which is pretty impressive. That number is actually probably higher when you consider the totals from 2019 and 2018. So Comicsgate has probably earned well over $11 million. This is the stats for last year. There was 140 campaigns raising nearly $6 million. And these are the stats now for this year, and they've raised, well, technically they've raised $5 million, but 4.2 for campaigns of this year. And you'll notice here that there was 140 campaigns last year, but this year there's been an increase to 168, and the year isn't even over. And I think this is both a good thing and a bad thing, because it's increasing competition. If you scroll down here, you'll notice that the majority of these campaigns, if I just keep scrolling, the site's a bit strange, bear with me. It's only the top 67 campaigns that earn over $10,000. But one thing I've noticed, and I'll go back to it, is if you look at the numbers for this year, the averages almost seem down. Because if we scroll up to the top, you'll see a lot of the industry professionals are making the big bank, and YouTubers like Clownfish and Stealing Solo guys, world-class bullshitters. I'm just wondering, where are those little guys? You know, where are the first-time creators in 2021 coming in and making Liam Gray numbers or making Sovereign numbers? You know, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Maybe some of these guys are, but when I just look at it, it just all seems to be either established YouTubers or pros, and I think that's a little upsetting. It's losing a little bit of the magic in Comicsgate, I think. Maybe customer confidence on a lot of these first-time creators has fallen. You've got Detective Dead's not fulfilled, Lady Alchemy, Sovereign. So maybe the Comicsgate customer is guarding his wallet a little more and not willing to risk on guys that are first time coming in just from these stories where they haven't got their books almost years later and probably never will. Also have John Della Rose, dead subscriber base, 89%. Art T Bear, 91% dead subscriber base. Comic Kelsey, 71% dead. Fragaboom, 76. Shane Davis, 78. Sweetcast, 78. Mandy Summers, 85. John Malin. John Malin's a lot more healthier again, 31%, 69% healthy subscriber rate. Cecil says 56, so Cecil's doing a little bit better, I think, and that's probably due to the Jack show. HowToDrawComics.net, the Barton Boys, 79% dead subscriber base. And Comics Matter with your boy Zach, 76% dead. And of course, we couldn't have this calculated without the Grand Poobah himself, the Caesar of Comicsgate, Ethan Van Sciver, dead subscriber base, 84%. Okay, guys, thanks for watching the stream. I don't know why you'd still be watching it. We've gone on very longer than I planned to go. I want to thank everybody for coming on. I want to thank Mike S. Miller, Doug Tenaple, Vicky, Dean, Chris Timulovich. Who else was there? There were so many people. Michael Bancroft, Lord Crackhead, Lord Finatra, Dark Gift Comics. You can find links in the description. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you guys when I see you. Good night.
I was gonna do like a full on little clips of everybody. It just got too freaking tedious. Like
Yeah.
trying
Also,
to find.
it would have been on forever. You know?
Yeah. I hadn't even gotten to the last two segments, and it was already past 10 minutes. Because you'd think it's really easy, just find one little clip of somebody saying something, but in order for it to make any sense whatsoever, it has to be a little bit more than that.
Yeah, and like, do we really want to listen to Mike S. Miller and Doug
Crapping on
Tenaple?
crowdfunding? And...
No, we'll just talk about NFTs.
Oh God, Miller talking about
any bit of that would have just been awful. And like I said, that's probably the reason why Smug's stream was seen as controversial.
It was just that NFT
it was fine when it
stuff.
was like
Actually,
when like we opened, his guest call, like his guest list, and then all of a sudden Mike S. Miller and Doug Tenaple come on, and
it was Mr. Dongs just posted a write-up on Kiwi Farms about the stream. So if anybody missed it or wants to read his thoughts, which were interesting, a nice little juxtaposition between Smug's stream and Cecil buying signed Witten butt plugs on the Jack show. So, yeah, weird. But you had, of course, there was us and Chris. We started off. And then Miller and Tenaple, God, practically stroking themselves, talking about how much money they've made on NFTs, and then going on about how crowdfunding is awful because they have to spend their money on postage, and I'm like, wait, that's a fucking backer money. Like, they're complaining about spending the money that the backers pledged. That it's not your money until the whole fucking campaign is delivered, people.
yeah,
I'm
part
sorry.
of the charge is
postage, right?
They're like, yeah, but we want that money too.
I had to cut such a big check for postage. Well, duh.
Yeah, it's called a business expense, motherfucker.
And that was part of that whole shipping charge that we paid when we bought the fucking book in the first place. So, that was crazy. Pan was quite like normal human.
Yeah, that's weird.
Which was weird and nice.
I thought it was weird and dirty. It was gross.
Yeah, I guess so. The best part about Pan being on was
nobody would come on with him.
Nobody would come on with
him.
Is Smug said, well, I'm going to drop your link to Buildmaker in the chat. So I did it because that's what you do as a Janny, right? And Smug had a whole bunch of shit to do. He was busy, so I dropped the link to Buildmaker. Oh my God, JDA and Testify start spurting out in the chat because I linked to a war campaign book. And I'm like,
God
I'm
forbid
just,
you do the Janny thing.
God forbid I do my Janny duties and actually, link to his guest's project
Yeah.
or the one he's promoting. And they freaked out so badly, I just continued to share the link. And then I shared out Larry Niobe, Larry.
Well, that's a step too far, Vicky.
That was
I'm
a
joking.
step
I
like
actually I like
beyond,
Larry.
apparently.
I
They
like
they
Larry,
they
but-
flipped out again that I was sharing a link for Niobe. And yeah, so I just continued to do that because it fucked with them pretty hard. Actually, they were still bitching about it. Like,
They're still bitching about
they're
it, I'm sure.
still bitching about it.
Yeah.
I thought that Bancroft, Bancroft Sinatra Dark Gift, the pro CG, so to speak, contingent held up their side pretty well. Made some all right arguments. I think Bancroft was wrong about how early CG kind of, the people now are new. They're new to CG. Early CG had when early CG was crowdfunding books, they were new to crowdfunding too. And some of those books were making huge money. Now the difference is momentum. There was a lot of momentum at the beginning of CG and a lot of excitement. A lot of people that backed CG just because they were CG. It was like it didn't matter quality of the book. A lot of shit got funded, and I mean a lot of shit. And so things were different back then. Breaking past 1,000 subs on a YouTube channel nowadays in Comicsgate is a slog. It is hard, right? I mean, Finatra hit 1,000 subs because Yellow Flash basically had a sub to Finatra marathon. And he was one of the last people really that I can think of. I'm sure there's maybe one or two more that managed to hit 1,000 subs. Nobody's doing it. There are plenty of reasons for it, and I think we went into some of that last week.
Yeah.
We can talk about it at a later date. But then there was you had the backers, people like Stu, Morg. I'm not remembering everybody. I'm sorry. It was a shit ton of people who backed a lot of books and won't back books now just because of lateness issues mostly.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of people there. Every like call-in section was call-in guest section was for a different topic that surrounding CG. But for the most part, I felt like it was fair. Like it had a lot of people I don't like, and I still don't like them. So
yeah, Shepard, we were gonna be talking about that in a little bit. I thought it was a good stream. I thought Smug did a good job letting everybody have their say without trying to derail anything or play gotcha games with anybody. So I thought he did a good job.
Yeah. Now, Shepard asks, have you guys seen the guy who paid Star Wars Girl $3,800 for art? She hasn't provided anything yet. We were actually just about to talk about that.
Yeah, we were indeed. So let me go ahead and, are you sharing my screen?
I am now.
All right. So this came up on the 26th, so last week. And it's this Mark's Main Bullseye. Mark's Main Actual is his Twitter handle. And he writes, okay, Comicsgate, dilemma time. Let's suppose you commissioned some work from a CG creator. Not a lot, but you paid top dollar for it for a dream project you hope to one day make a reality. Things go well initially, communicating exactly what you want and how it should look. You tell the CG creator there's no deadline per se and give them time to work. And the creator says they're struggling to get it right. So you offer some alternatives, but the creator declines and says they'll figure it out, but it'll take longer. You then hear nothing from them for a long time, despite messaging them numerous times and through different means. The creator continues not to deliver anything. They only even respond to your messages once a year. And when they do respond, creator claims they're done, but because of lame reasons, they haven't sent you anything. Even after those, you still receive nothing. It's been 10 months since they last responded. They haven't answered messages since then, and still no artwork. It's now been 3 years since money first changed hands, but you've received nothing and begin to despair of receiving anything at all, or if you do, it won't be very good. What do? Legal action, name and shame, call them out and drop receipts? And as you can probably tell by now, the dilemma is real, though I really never envisioned having to resort to leaking anything. I don't know what else to do. Messages ignored and no artwork. Now, if you read further down in the thread, it turns out the guy paid like $4,000 for some artwork 3 years ago that he still hasn't received. Me being me, name and shame him, man. Just put it the fuck out there. Let everybody know who it was and let them make up their mind about how they want to deal with that creator, right? Legal action won't work. You're probably looking at different states, even if you're in the same state. It's still money travel. If you don't live in the same state, trying to get someone in small claims court out of state, it's just not worth the money it's going to cost you to do it in the long run. So legal action's kind of off the table. No lawyer's going to pick you up for $4,000. Just ask Nasser. He had even more on the table, and no lawyer wanted to touch his case with Donald. So today, Mark's main bullseye, name names. And well, the time has come. Anna, that Star Wars girl, you're getting called out. After 3 years and $3,800 paid to you for Star Wars concept art of original characters of my own, you've delivered nothing. And then he just says, please deliver the artwork immediately, or if you cannot, then please refund the money. Then at least this would only be a waste of time instead of time and money. And then he tagged a whole bunch of people. And he's willing to post screenshots, but he's hoping it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping it doesn't either. I
kind of hope it does. Content, Vicky. You got to think about the content.
Okay, yeah. Please. Mark's main bullseye.
Don't give him his money back. Don't do the art. I want the content, damn it.
God damn it. We want those screenshots. But yeah. So that's who it was. Apparently it was, and that was kind of out of left field for me. I didn't expect Anna, but there you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing.
Well,
so that was our big, huge, just happened breaking story.
Yes.
Breaking across the interwebs of Comicsgate.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. And that's another thing. You don't hear so much about it, but it happens. People commissioning work and not receiving it. People doing work and never getting paid.
That just happens online.
Period.
All the time. Yeah. You got to be careful.
Comicsgate is supposed to be better, Dean. God, don't you know anything?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, you just got to be careful about who you give your money.
Yeah.
Regardless of Comicsgate, not Comicsgate, anti-Comicsgate, just be careful. Individuals are who you're giving money to. And,
most people suck.
Most people do suck. But there are trusted people that you'll get stuff from when you give them money. And so just make your decisions more wisely.
Ask
also,
around.
Stop giving Dean not to spend $3,800 on a fan art of his original characters. Yes. Yeah. Carefully hand it to me, says says EVS. I mean, yeah, you'll get it.
You'll
Maybe
get
a little
something.
late,
It'll be late.
but you'll get it. And like that's, I mean, you'll still get it. So
Yeah.
some people say the worth is waited. Is the
worth
is waited. Yes.
The worth is in the waiting is probably how that should go.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go back to Smug Pug's live stream a little bit.
A little bit.
A lot of people did watch this, and they tuned in because, like, of the lineup. It was said to have Mike and Doug on, and Pan and Ro on, and it was said to have me on. I didn't come on. It was said to have Nasser on. Nasser didn't come on. Both Nasser and I told Smug, and he went on stream and he said, "They're busy tonight." No, it wasn't we're busy. We both told him, no, we're not going to go on a stream with War Campaign because that's like, there's a line, and we're not doing it. No, it wasn't we're busy. We both told him, no, we're not going to go on a stream with War Campaign.
So I want to interrupt this just a little bit. This is what John actually told Smug. The guy doesn't even have like the fucking balls to actually confront Smug. He has to make up this fucking lie. Or maybe
and then it gets better to like act all Billy badass. He has to lie about his lie to try and like put Smug in his place.
Yeah. But what he told Smug was, if my son doesn't have baseball, I'll come on. What a giant faggot liar.
And knowing that it's going to have the lineup that it had, it sounded like fun.
He's a pussy. You've got that
would
right.
Be one word for it. Crysionic.
Yeah. Oh my God, no.
Wait.
John, no.
Not going to go on a stream with War Campaign because that's like, there's a line, and we're not doing it.
Yeah, that was it. That was the entire clip. But yeah. So that's actually where the big JDA lie of the week, or lies of the week started. Was there. I get. I mean, if you want to say I'm not going on a stream where War Campaign is going to be, that's fine. But have the balls to say it, right? And let's not forget, and anybody forget, that JDA went on plenty of War Campaign streams when they were at their height of harassing people, right? And it was okay then, but now it's not okay.
Yeah.
To be on a stream and not even at the same time as somebody else.
I think so. I think he does ask testify.
I think that's probably a good guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. The idea that this was an anti-Comics Gate live stream and like everybody's Smug's supposed to be ashamed, and those of us that went on it are supposed to feel some sort of way about it, all started with Randall. Yeah. Only in the CG thread on Kiwi Farms, Ethan, is Comics Gate now a tennis watching movement.
Yeah. So speaking of gamma male radiation, we had shown season 1 trailer of The Incredible Sulk starring John Delarose a while back. NBC didn't like it. They made YouTube take down our stream. Now NBC still decided to go on with a season 2. However, budget has been cut back really bad. They lost the right to the music, and so they just kind of phoned it in, and they also lost their cameras, I think. So let's just give it a look.
Jane Delarose. Once a man who wished to tap into the mind of a great writer that was believed to live inside all of God's creatures. Then, what was thought to be low-T gamma transformations has now been diagnosed as high-E micro-transitions. Experts say Jane is a few estrogen pills away from going post-op postal in a GameStop. Wanted for threats against Netflix and Chappelle. Into the Reddit void, she yells. It is ma'am! Jane Delarose is the stunning and brave She-Sulk.
The music was dope.
Yeah, the music is pretty dope. But yeah, like I said, the show lost a lot of funding.
It's now bottom of the barrel budget.
Hopefully they don't take down the stream this time. But if anybody is interested in watching the original trailer, I will put that in the chat in just a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, because I care about you guys. Unlike Vicky, who's always saying "fuck the chat," the chat sucks. I don't agree.
We have a lovely chat, Dean.
That's what I'm always saying, and you disagree all the time.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to, warm up to them, I suppose.
But I missed the opportunity to call it she sulk. Yeah, I don't know how I missed that opportunity.
I don't know how you did either. You had all night to think of it.
I did.
Yeah, we actually weren't going to even really talk. We weren't going to talk about this shit. But it's, I don't know. Maybe we should just play the next one and
yeah,
get
we
along
can do that
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jane Delarose.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, Dean, boomer.
Jane Delarose.
Wait, they're both that. All right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This was all Vicky's fault.
Fuck you, Dean.
This happened with Testify with Vicky. Vicky flipped out about Testify. She started DMing me.
Oh, you gotta not associate with Testify because Testify's bad. He says my name is Victoria Kundert, and I can't believe that somebody would say that.
No, her government name.
My government name is. She calls it her government name. We're being banned everywhere. I was banned, for those who missed it yesterday, from kiwifarms.com. I can no longer post.
You know what? I have a question. I was trying to spread awareness to the Comicsgate community of the issue going on, with, Peggy Poulter. And, because there's a whole thread on the Peggy Poulter lawsuit.
Yes.
So I posted it in the Comicsgate for people to get caught up. And people like Nasser, Vicky, Stu, whoever that other fucking guy is, the other wacko, they all said
Wait, is there really no sound? Somebody's saying there's no sound.
I hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it. Then it. I think more people would be saying there's no sound.
Yeah.
mad at the internet, and I have autism.
Honestly, I think
So, Queenie, you try to go on this autistic
poster on the farms just because.
Am
he's
I your
such a
favorite poster
dickhead.
on the farms?
You're not a poster on the farms anymore.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
no.
anymore. You're banned.
You don't count.
I'm banned.
Yep, you're banned. Totally not by anybody Vicky knows.
Totally not by Vicky doesn't know any of the mods on the Kiwi Farms.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
How do you get banned from Kiwi Farms for being pro? No, Vicky was very mad at me the last 2 days, and so she went on a tirade trying to get me banned everywhere. She banned me in the Pause Show chat, and then on
You were
Kiwi
hidden.
Farms,
No,
I
I need the transcripts and receipts, John.
Yeah, I know.
To put things
And,
into context, the Comicsgate thread on Kiwi Farms is largely dominated by 5 people who spend days at a time talking about things not related to Comicsgate.
Daniel Castellan in the chat says Vicky Kiwi Farm Mods got JDA kicked off the farms for telling the truth about her. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, they suspended me from posting the Comicsgate thread. So.
Is it because you were telling the truth about Vicky, or is it because you're constantly shilling your own work?
You know what? Since Jack Stafford's here and we got Velned's answer from the Risey thing yesterday.
Yes.
Jack, do you officially know or not if John Delarose was hidden in the Pause show? Because Risey says that John's a liar. And he said that you know that he wasn't banned. Those are Risey's words. If you can answer that.
Yeah.
Jack Stafford's a good guy too. I love Jack.
Jack Stafford is a great guy.
That's great.
Risey's just a fucking retard. It's just
Risey gets drunk and says some unfortunate things sometimes.
Yeah, if he was banned or hidden, even things that he said before he was hidden, they'd still be hidden. I think
So, and Dino says, this looks like a JDA book, but it made me think, like in the joke, it made me think like, do you think Micah's trying to dunk on you by being the superior Christian in his mind by making a black man the pinnacle of Christianity?
Yes. Let's see how Micah's doing today. How is Englewood Book 2 doing today?
Let's see if he got any backers.
Did he get any backers? No new backers. Who's breaking news? Wonder Island has gotten no backers today or yesterday or the day before or the day before. When Vicky decided to like really target me and go after me with her little simp crew, like she didn't realize she's already got Testify, who is just like such a great troll. He can get under anybody's skin. I also am that level of troll. So now she's got two of us going full force. I mean, she really asked for the dumbest war she could have ever asked for, and there's absolutely no reason for it. We would not care one iota. But
I think I sent you that. I think I sent you that message. I go, do you realize without you and me talking, we literally almost said the exact same thing?
It's amazing.
Yes,
amazing.
Yeah. So I just want to point out how sad and pathetic do you have to be to lie about being hitted on somebody's channel? Ultra troll move totally isn't mega gay of you. You're definitely not a giant faggot, John. But it's not the first time faggot John has pulled something like this, right? Like he did the same thing in Smug's Discord where he left because he was being a crybaby bitch and then was like, I was kicked, I was banned. Then he does the same thing on Kiwi Farms. Like, he gets fucking banned because he can't stop shilling himself. And then he's like, Vicky somehow got mods that she doesn't know to ban me. Like, oh, how sad and pathetic. Like, you just have to be the most sad and pathetic loser to always, like, when you constantly try to make yourself a victim, it's like there's no difference between you and Preston Poulter, who has to constantly make himself a victim, or you and that umbrella guy. You're all extremely, extremely gay.
Yeah, I don't know any of the mods on Kiwi Farms. I don't have mod powers in Smug's Discord. I don't have any special roles in Dean's Discord. I mean, literally, I'm just out here being me. I don't tell people what to do. I never told John not to associate with Randy.
Randall.
Randall.
It's Randall, not Randy.
Sorry, Randall. And so let me give you guys a little background into that. When Randall decided to run around screaming that Stu was a sexual predator, a child sexual predator, to be specific, I defended Stu. And after that, once Preston filed his lawsuit because Testify saw an opportunity to harass me. He started using an alt, either him or his little friend Prime or his little friend Loner, started using an alt, mostly on JDA's channel, occasionally in Nasser's chat, with my full name. Testify would type my name out in chats. He would say it on stream. He would do it in Discords that we were in together, until finally I left JDA's Discord because Testify literally wouldn't stop harassing me. And all I asked for, and all I asked John to do, was talk to fucking Testify. Do something about it. Like, how hard is it to ban a sock account in your chat who is harassing someone who has given you money? Right? I mean, I've backed JDA. I've supported JDA.
The worst part is
I have been there for his closing streams. I've had him on my channel. And
the worst part though, Vicky, is John has admitted that it is that he is to blame because it is his channel. And so him continuing to let it happen is his bad. He said so.
He did. He even agreed with me in the DM. Right? I have it. I'll go ahead and I'll share it because I've had it in the video, but you guys couldn't really read it. Make sure I've got the right one up here. Share. It's been a long day. I had to listen to way too much fucking Testify. So what I said was, I like you, John, but I won't be promoting any of your upcoming projects while you platform Testify on your YouTube channel and allow him to harass me with impunity in your Discord. I don't kid myself that I have a huge reach on Twitter or YouTube, but I'm not going to provide what little boost I can during your next campaign. I cannot support you while you platform someone who harasses and threatens me and is allowed to use my full name, essentially doxing me in your chat and in your Discord. There are only 2 people in the entirety of the nation who have my name, and his behavior threatens not only my well-being, but the well-being of my family, and I can't support you while you allow his behavior in the online spaces you have control over. He then goes on
his channel.
His channel, his Discord, right? If you have a friend that's behaving badly, you call them the fuck out.
I mean, not even necessarily, but like you just it's like it's your channel.
It's your channel. You're ultimately
like that's like the biggest part of it is it's like it's your channel. Like of course you have control over it. Unless you're saying that you're such a woman that like Testify is like your abusive husband and he beats you and you don't have control of your channel.
Yeah.
That's like the only like way that he doesn't.
He immediately reads that as, I'm playing some sort of don't associate game, which I'm not, because I never once said don't associate with Testify. Have him on your channel. But if he's fucking lying about me, call him out. Don't just agree with him for the sake of getting along with fucking Testify. Right? And I told him that I'm not telling you who to associate with. I'm simply informing you of my decision. There was no negotiation to be had. I was just letting John know that I won't be supporting him anymore. And that was back in fucking August.
Yeah.
Right? And this
wait. I need to interrupt. John, you're a faggot. Nobody's going to apologize to you. You should apologize to God for being a faggot. All right. Sorry. Go back.
Kick Testify from the stream, my ass. Play your little game somewhere else, John. I don't care.
Nobody wants to go on your shit stream except for Testify.
Except Testify.
And you banned him. What a shitty person you are for that.
Right? I mean, I don't tell people who to associate with. I am not a 13-year-old girl who needs all of my friends to like each other. because we're fucking grown-ups. Right? I mean, Dean has friends online that I don't like. Just kidding. But
I
you
don't
know,
have friends.
I mean, there are. It's not like there are people in Smug's Discord that I don't particularly care for. But I'm not going to tell Ray. I'm not going to tell Smug. I'm not going to tell Dean not to let them in there because we're fucking adults, right? This whole she was telling me not to talk to so and so is the most ridiculous thing ever. And if you talk to anybody that I have spoken to, I never told Risey not to stream with Testify. I've never told Finn not to stream with Testify. I don't do that. They're not my channels. The only thing I can control is who comes on here.
Yeah.
You know? And it was just this endless parade of bullshit. It was calling Chris Hero Shack a racist and a homophobe and what else? Sexist, because he didn't see someone backstage in StreamYards during his stream who just happened to be a person of color and a lesbian. Like Chris was supposed
Pretty
to know
SJW
that?
of John.
How?
That's why we're calling him an SJW, by the way, is because like he literally did what he cried about Doug TenNapel doing to him, which was wrong. You know, trying to label John as some type of SJW.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he is.
I mean, as some type of some type of racist is what I meant. Yeah. And then John goes ahead and pulls the same SJW shit on Chris Hero Shack. You know, yeah. It's sad and pathetic.
You know, he was telling the truth about me, and that's why he was banned from Kiwi Farms. His last post on Kiwi Farms says, "Good morning, CG True Believers. Do we have dazzling excitement for you? Our astounding artist, Crimson something I'm not even going to try to pronounce, has completed our lovely line art for the Overmind science fiction graphic novel featuring our new classic character, Ayla Rin, agent of Terra Prime." And then it goes on. He even ends it with a fucking Excelsior from your favorite Hispanic award-winning comic creator, JDA. That was his last post on Kiwi Farms. I'm sorry it broke the rules, John, but you don't shill on Kiwi Farms. Now, granted, the moderators have been fairly lax in the CG thread, and people have gotten away with a whole host of bullshit. And when Cider said that it's basically 5 people, you know, posting about stuff that's not Comicsgate related, he was pretty much talking about JDA, Testify, Captain Manning, and a couple of other A-logs, right? Yeah. I mean, he wasn't talking about Jesus, Mr. Dongs' posts. Like those things are epic, and they're all CG content. Ethan talks about CG mostly. I mean, he shills a little bit, which is probably why JDA thought he could get away with it. It's what got Poulter banned from the thread. It's what got JDA banned from the thread. And I had nothing to do with it because I don't actually have all of this power that they seem to ascribe to me.
Yeah, she can move John to Tard Quarantine Zone in my Discord without ever being a moderator. She can get him banned without ever talking to a moderator or reporting him. John has made Vicky an ultra powerful being, and that's really sad because you should never give women that much power.
Never.
Ever. Don't give them an inch of power. Don't
even joke about that shit. Well, except see, Ethan, will you highlight Ethan's chat?
Wait, who said he's homophobic?
We didn't say that he was homophobic. See?
Yeah. Actually, I'll pull up my DMs with John where John cries about me calling him a faggot and cries about me calling him homophobic slurs. Because John cries like a real fucking giant faggot.
Example of the shit that JDA has been pulling since August, right? Even before then, probably June or July, he's been pulling this shit. We didn't call John homophobic.
No, in fact, I called him the exact opposite. I called him a faggot.
John called someone homophobic. Right? John did that on Twitter for the lamest of reasons. Now, if John wants to, I think he probably is homophobic.
Oh, what? Whoa. I don't think that. I think he's just a giant crybaby faggot.
He is a crybaby.
Faggot. You got to say the whole thing.
I don't use that word that often.
But it wouldn't be unfair to use it here, right?
He's a crybaby cunt. How's that?
What about crybaby queer? Does that work better for you?
It rhymes better. It's gotten it better at alliteration.
It does actually. Yeah, JDA, the crybaby queer.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound better. Yeah.
Yeah, except I'm not trying to cancel Testify. Testify will cancel himself. He's already doing it. He's already destroyed 3 channels. John's is on its way out. And now Testify's looking for a new little internet home. It's part of why he's sucking up to everybody that told him to fuck off before.
That's true.
You know. So if John doesn't need to cancel Testify, Testify is going to cancel both John and Testify. That's what's going to end up happening. I don't care. See, I can turn off a live stream if somebody is on it. I actually had this discussion with somebody, about trying to grow a YouTube channel and network on YouTube. And I said, never have the same guest twice in a row. Because if your audience doesn't like that person and they come back the next time you stream and see that person again, they may not come back. Well, I don't have to watch Testify. I tuned out of Finn's stream this morning because before I even had my fucking coffee, there was Testify. I went and listened to Liam cry.
Wait, I'm sorry. EVS asked, so why is JDA crying right now? Why is JDA always crying? That's actually one of the 7 mysteries of the world, EVS. He's always crying. It's like that scene from The Avengers when Bruce Banner is like, that's my secret. I'm always a crybaby bitch. That's John.
He has to be the victim of something. It's his entire shtick. It's been his entire shtick since he first decided to hook up into Comicsgate.
He's always a victim.
That's why he's the, quote, leading Hispanic in science fiction. Well, he's not, but that's beside the point. He had his lawsuit for the convention, which he won. Great. It's nice that they fucked him over and he won. But that doesn't mean that everybody is victimizing JDA. I mean, can you imagine being so stuck in your own victimization that you would say Micah Curtis made his character a Christian to try to out-Christian John Delarose? Right? Lying is a sin, by the way. But that is some of the craziest, most delusional shit I'd heard in a long time. Like since watching Forced Adversity's latest video.
Sounds kind of Jewish. Yeah. But yeah.
Don't give Dean a springboard.
Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, so John's response to us streaming is to be, a victim and say, "Oh, they're canceling me." I think that's like what he named his stream. And oddly sounds just like this other guy who likes to be a victim.
There has been a non-stop cancel party around me and my associates, and I am here to keep the momentum going.
Literally sounds just like him.
Like him.
But speaking of Preston and John, we got some lovely screenshots.
We do. Let me give a little lead into this. Preston decided to jump into the myriad of Twitter threads that were going on between me and JDA because they filed with the court that they had served me. Why are you playing that video again, Dean?
I'm not playing anything.
Then what am I hearing?
I have no idea.
Oh my God, that was so weird. My player started all by itself. Anyway,
Stupid.
So I know they served somebody. It wasn't me. Preston even posted in his Discord that his process server's report said that the woman refused to take it, so he left it on her doorstep, but doesn't mention that in the filings to the court. I haven't lived in California in over 15 years, and that's where this summons was served. Not only that, it was served after the 90-day deadline as outlined in the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 4M, 90 days. That's all they had, was 90 days to serve me, and they served me at 150.
Yeah.
Some crazy ass number like that. So Preston seems to think that just because they served somebody, that counts as serving me because the court thinks that I have been served. Frankly, it doesn't matter if the court thinks that I've been served because it was past the deadline. This isn't just something I made up. This isn't just something that I think is true. This is something that has been told to me by an attorney. And
let's hope your attorney wasn't Spectre.
So in that mess, JDA and Preston were DMing back and forth, were tweeting back and forth at each other. And then apparently they took it to DMs. You want to zoom in a little bit because it's really small.
Yeah.
So you have Preston trying to convince John that I was served. John, of course, being an attorney himself, would really know whether or not it happened. John even points out that he doesn't even think I live in California. Preston, of course, doesn't give a fuck. And then I can't see him because I'm fucking blind. So let me open it up in my image folder.
Yeah. So he says, all I know is process server swore under oath he served the named defendant, which was returned to the courts. Although Preston in his own server has actually said the exact opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't actually served to me. And then, there's the typo where it says it's missing the T from my last name in the filings, which really isn't that big of a deal for the filing itself. The fact that it's not me is really the all important part. And then let's see, why would I not? Of course, I'm not going to admit I was served when I wasn't fucking served. That'd be kind of stupid. And then, good old Preston being Preston. doesn't understand my beef with Testify. Well, Preston, that's because you don't ever pay any fucking attention. But moving on.
John's streams are so boring.
He
has to comment in our streams while he's streaming.
Yeah.
That is sad.
So, John then says he doesn't get my beef with him. It has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that John has lied to me or lied about me for the last 5 months. Like near constant. There isn't a stream where Testify doesn't bring me up. John can say, I told Testify not to bring you up, but it's bullshit because he always does. He can't go.
That's because Testify is his abusive husband.
Yes.
That's just a fact.
So then at the end, we get Preston. He says, anyway, I have provided the documents as well as the screenshot of the court docket posted to Twitter. Have a good day. And John says, cheers. Thanks for the info. I also don't get your beef with me, but I'm happy to fight if people want that as always. Also, happy not to. It's up to you and Vicky and whoever. And then Preston asks him, you want to bury the hatchet? And John says, I'm always happy to do so. I don't like fighting for the sake of fighting when it's pointless. So yes, John is making sweet little overtures to Preston Poulter.
I didn't think he could become more of a woman.
I didn't either.
But even John can surprise me.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. We hit the hour mark.
We did. That never happens.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Speaking of whores, Johnny Midnight, JDA called me that on Twitter a couple of days ago. It was very Christian of him.
I mean,
you know,
I wouldn't say you're a whore, a dirty mouthed cunt, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Whore just has a much more biblical sound to it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I guess. I don't know. We have Matthew Fowler saying, damn, pegged by Peggy. That's John for you.
Well, he needs to be pegged by somebody, I suppose.
Yeah.
Might as well be someone with experience.
Good stuff. But yeah, like, just to recap, John continues to cry and lie. He's always a victim. He didn't have the balls to tell Smugpug that he didn't want to go on because of War Campaign. Instead, he had to make up a lie. But then he goes on his own stream and acts like a total badass. Oh, I told him that I wouldn't come on because War Campaign. No, you didn't. You fucking liar. You had to make up a lie about fucking your son having baseball. You know, you have to fucking blame Vicky for like being put into Tard quarantine zone in my Discord, which I told Ahmad to do because you're a Tard and you shouldn't be in the general public. You're going to make them catch your defective genes, John.
Hold on a second. Tard Lennon, nobody gives a fuck that JDA is friends with Fox Day. At least not here. The two of us, we don't care. There are lots of people in Comicsgate that do. Which is why John gets no traction. Because most of Comicsgate hates him.
Yeah. My nude calendar, I'm actually gonna try to cover for that Star Wars girl. So mine's gonna be later than hers. I figure it'll come out in like February. You know, just gotta give her some cover.
Well, I thought we'd announce the Indiegogo in June. That gives us a good 6 months to finish it all, get it all put together, and then have it released for January 2022.
Nasser, the only neutral ground stream that Vicky will go on is Dark Gifts.
Yep.
DA's non-cosplay calendar.
It's going to be
not much of a calendar. It's just it states what month it is, and it's me naked.
It'll be lewd. It'll be lewds. Yeah, promise.
But yeah, go back, creepsters, or crack beepsters.
Yeah, go back, creepsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also once again, I am going to put this in the chat. Hockey, who streams with Allie, and is a really nice guy. His daughter suffers from severe depression, and her companion animal passed away, and so she is looking to get a new support animal. Her family is allergic to cats, and but there is an option. There's a cat that has no hair. So help Hockey's daughter raise enough money so she can get a new support animal. It took a lot for her to set up this GoFundMe and to be open about her difficulties with depression. We know it's horrible. And when you're 15 years old, life sucks enough. So help Hockey's daughter and donate to the GoFundMe. That's all I have.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for showing up. I want to thank JDA for just being an ultra retard. Couldn't have had this stream without you, John. Maybe that would be better. I take back my thank you, John. Fuck you.
Yeah, this will be this. We don't actually plan on ever talking about JDA again. Just because it should be unnecessary, right? I mean, once you've already shown that everything that comes out of his mouth is complete and total bullshit, you shouldn't have to keep going back to that well.
Yeah.
And redoing the same work over and over again. It's one of the reasons we don't cover fucking Liam anymore, man. I mean, there's no sense in us doing another stream talking about the same fucking shit like everybody else does. We don't need to do that. We'll have something whole and new and completely different to talk about next Sunday.
Will we?
I sure as fuck hope so.
Me too.
Ethan,
Anyways,
if you could make sure something completely crashes in Comicsgate between now and next week, that would be greatly appreciated.
preferably a couple days before Sunday.
Yeah, give me time to edit it.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Bye, guys.
Everybody have a great
Jane
night.
Della Rose, once a man who wished to tap into the mind of a great writer that was believed to live inside all of God's creatures. Then, what was thought to be low-T gamma transformations has now been diagnosed as high-E micro-transitions. Experts say Jane is a few estrogen pills away from going post-op postal in a GameStop. Wanted for threats against Netflix and Chappelle. Into the Reddit void, she yells.
It is ma'am!
Jane Della Rose is the stunning and brave She-Sulk.